Despite being hit by a speeding cyclist, Stephen couldn't take his eyes off of Mark. And not just because he was in a neck brace and couldn't turn his head. No, it was because Mark was there furiously debating with the doctors about the state of his boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
But a hospital room is no place for a grand gesture from a blue-blooded Sicilian like Mark. No, a true profession of amore that would require a more suitable setting. Flash forward to the Grand Canals of Venice. A gondola ride under the Bridge of Sighs made it official. It was boyfriend time. A challenge remained, however. Stephen still lived 3 time zones away. After 15 months, 45 flights, 110,143 miles on planes, trains, and automobiles, the frequent flyer miles ran out. And by Stephen's math, it was time to follow his heart. He left a stellar career, friends, and family to start a new chapter with Mark on the West Coast. It was a grand gesture of his own, which leads us to chapter 3. It's fiancé time. Both Mark and Stephen knew early on that he was the one. According to Stephen, it was 10 a.m. on September 5th, 2015 at the airport baggage claim, which is a level of specificity I commend. They would hike through the city and talk about what their lives would look like together. And one day, with the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance, a simple hand squeeze made it clear that these were the moments they wanted to share for a lifetime. When asked to list 3 qualities to describe the other, here's what they said. Stephen is supportive, romantic, and nurturing. And even though his willingness to say yes to every single request, task, and project, no matter the hour, drives Mark crazy, Mark is always there to make sure that someone is taking care of Stephen too. Mark is thoughtful, caring, and funny. And even though he spends an obsessive amount of time watching animal videos on the internet and creating secret languages with his dog Thor, he knows that Stephen loves him for who he is, without conditions. In the fall of 2017, Stephen and Mark arrived at Casa Kimberly in Puerto Vallarta. Overlooking the Bay of Banderas, the famous home of Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton provided the backdrop for a silver screen-worthy proposal. Mark said yes, which brings us to chapter 4, It's Husband Time. Hashtag It's Husband Time. Place plays a powerful role in this story. From the bustling canals of Venice to the Pacific shores of Mexico, this next chapter also begins in a worthy setting. Take a moment to look around these halls. Mark and Stephen chose this venue because they know that today would not have been possible without the courage and conviction of those pioneers who came before them. City Hall is one of the grandest monuments to the struggle for recognition and equal rights. It is here that Harvey Milk served and fought as one of America's first openly gay elected officials. It was here he and others inspired a generation of gay rights activists to seek justice for their fellow citizens. Through their courageous deeds over the years, City Hall became the symbol of a city focused on progress. In 2004 and again in 2008, City Hall issued marriage licenses to same-sex couples in San Francisco, only to be voided by the Supreme Court both times. But like the building itself, justice was resilient. And on June 26, 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down all state bans and legalized gay marriage in all 50 states. I'd now like to invite Denise Bramlett to read an excerpt from Justice Kennedy's landmark opinion in that historic case.
Marriage embodies a love that may endure even past death. It would misunderstand these men and women to say that they disrespect the idea of marriage. Their plea is that they do respect it so deeply that they seek to find its fulfillment for themselves. They ask for equal dignity in the eyes of the law. The Constitution grants them that right. It is so ordered.
Stephen and Mark would like to exchange a few words from the heart about what today means to them. Stephen?
Mark, we talked about what we would say for weeks, and right now, all I can say is I love you. You are one of the most amazing men that I've ever met in my life, and I'm so excited to go on this next chapter with you. I'm looking forward to all the vacations, the dog time on the couch, folding laundry together, living every moment together, you and me. I think we complement each other so well, and I don't think that any Hallmark card or papyrus store could capture how I feel about you. I love you.
You balance me and let me fly even probably higher than I should. And I think everyone here has seen my obnoxious. So, but you ground me too, but you don't keep me on the ground. And you never let me down, and you never have. Long distance we talked about, we had a lot that we went through to make this happen, to get to this day. And, you continue to reassure me that it's going to be just as good going forward. So, I love you.
Now, before the exchange of rings, I'd like to invite up Lindy Bobbitt, who will read from Richard Fulgham's wonderful poem, Union.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to the point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From the moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. And all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic rings that you're about to exchange are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant them all, every word. Look at one another. And remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another over these past few years. Shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. For today, and all days after, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, and this is my husband.
Thank you.
Mark, please hold Stephen's hand and repeat after me. Stephen, with this ring, I promise to always be there for you.
Stephen, with this ring, I promise to always be there for you.
To put you first before all others.
To put you first before all others.
To love you unconditionally.
To love you unconditionally.
To protect you from household pet attacks.
Happens. To protect you from household pet attacks.
And rescue you from all bees and spiders who come in the house.
And rescue you from all bees and spiders that come in the house.
Please place the ring. Please hold Mark's hand. Repeat after this one. Got the right thing. Mark, with this ring, I promise to not fidget as much before we fall asleep.
Mark, with this ring, I promise not to fidget as much before we fall asleep.
To be the best husband I can be.
To be the best husband I can be.
To take care of you and to love you more and more each day.
To take care of you and love you more and more each day.
To grow with you, challenge you, and support you.
To grow with you, challenge you, and support you.
To intently listen and be fully present with you.
To intently listen and be fully present with you.
To comfort and protect you.
To comfort and protect you.
To make your dreams my dreams.
To make your dreams my dreams.
And accomplish those dreams together.
And accomplish those dreams together.
And to love each day with you as a new adventure.
And to love each day with you as a new adventure.
Please place them. For Mark and Stephen, family, friends, and community provide the strong foundation upon which they would like to build their life together, which means all of you gathered here today have an important role to play. Do all of you promise to support and love this couple on their journey together? If so, please say, "We do."
We do.
Stephen, do you take Mark to be your lawfully wedded husband? If so, please say, "I do."
I do.
And Mark, do you take Stephen to be your lawfully wedded husband? If so, please say, "I do."
I do.
By the power of the love and the trust that has been bestowed upon me to officiate this marriage in less than 15 minutes, it's husband time. You may kiss the groom.